Cooking with Thunder Bay. This morning, we're going to have you already dreaming about dinner. How does a chicken sausage pasta sound?
Sounds fantastic.
And then I'm going to top it with some sun-dried tomatoes, roasted mushrooms, garlic, and cream.
I like it. Mike Stigler is the executive chef from Thunder Bay, and we're going to make him leave if he didn't bring us 2 forks, but he did.
Whoop.
So we're in
all
luck.
right.
It's the first thing I pack every week.
Thank you.
Good. I'm
You
glad
can
to hear
stay.
it.
I love it. This smells delicious.
Yeah. This is a real fragrant dish. It's got a lot of different flavors all coming together. I'm going to show you how we do it.
If you lose a tooth, will this work too?
Yeah, just chuck it right in there. It'll be
Okay,
good to
just
go.
wondering.
Yep. Keep it handy in case things get out of control here.
Exactly.
All right. Do you have any
right.
tips for jalapenos or onions if you get them on your fingers or eyes?
No, I usually wear gloves when I'm doing that sort of thing.
So
but
wear gloves.
Definitely dairy, though, is kind of cuts through that heat, capsaicin that's in the peppers. So, sour cream, heavy cream, milk, ice cream is a really good thing if you're eating it. I don't know, you want to stick it in your eye, but, if you get a little bit on your tongue, you can go ahead and eat some. Chase it with dairy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. If you eat peppers that are too hot, they suggest drinking milk.
Yeah, definitely dairy.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to do a great pasta dish.
Yes, ma'am. This is called penne pasta with chicken sausage ragu. Now, ragu is basically just like a cooked down tomato sauce that has meat in it. So we're going to kind of do our own little spin on that today. It's not going to be a tomato-based sauce, but it is going to have tomato in it, and it's going to have some meat in it, and we're going to show you how we do it. So we're going to start off in our saute pan over here. We got our pan nice and hot, because I like to have my pan nice and hot. You can see a little bit of smoke coming up off of there. We're going to go ahead and hit this with a little bit of olive oil. You move that around so it coats the whole bottom of the pan. And then from there, we're going to go in with some Mediterranean sun-dried tomatoes.
Whoa.
Now, these, you can get them either whole or you can get them chopped up. But the thing you usually want to do with sun-dried tomatoes is because they're dried, they're usually they're a little bit more like a jerky type of a texture, is you want to soak them in some, jumping out at me there.
Seeds are popping out.
Is you want to soak them in a little bit of really hot water first.
Okay.
And then cool them down, and then it'll kind of rehydrate them a little bit and get them all ready to go. So we've got our sun-dried tomatoes going in our pan here. To that, we're going to add a little bit of chicken sausage. Now, this chicken sausage is made by Usingers right here in Milwaukee. This is chicken sausage that's stuffed with mozzarella, and it also has some Italian seasonings in there as well. So it's Italian style.
I love the way you can flip stuff in a pan.
I just had a great vision of Mike doing this at home, talking through a recipe in his own kitchen. And then if you add a little sausage.
I do it. My kids are standing there looking at me like, why are you talking like that?
I can toss a pizza crust. Have you ever seen me do that?
I have never seen you do that.
I'll send you the video.
Molly will post it on
it's
Facebook
super awesome.
today.
I actually don't know how to do this. You can teach me something about cooking.
Oh, yeah, I will.
She did it successfully. We might have to prep that for later, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to show that.
So we added a little bit of garlic in here to our pan as well. And then we're going to splash this with a little bit of white wine. I'm going to move this over here so I don't splatter you. But we're going to get that all cooking around like that too. They're really cooking. Look at how hot that is. Look how fragrant that's getting in here.
Is that good?
That
you
is
want
good.
it to do that?
As long as you're not burning. If you feel like you're getting a little bit crazy on the heat, just lift it up. Take it off the heat.
I just get so nervous when anything like sizzles or
that's good.
Or steams.
You're releasing the oils in the food, and you're generating flavor by doing that. Anytime you're sauteing,
I want to generate flavor,
cooking,
Mike.
you want to generate flavor. So I just added in a roasted mushroom medley in there. So that has button mushrooms, it's got shiitake mushrooms, and it's got portobello mushrooms, which have all been roasted in the oven with rosemary, fresh thyme, a little bit of garlic oil. So that's going to add a whole bunch more flavor to it as well. So we've got all those things cooking around in there. And then to that, we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of our penne pasta. So this is some penne pasta that I cooked ahead of time and then just kind of cooled it down so that we could put this all together nice and quick. Toss that all around, hit it with just a little bit more white wine, because the stuff that we added in there before already kind of evaporated off. Yeah. So this is going to kind of allow all those flavors to sort of permeate from the tomatoes and from the sausage and get into that pasta.
All chefs really kind of add in the pasta to the dish, right?
Yeah, that's usually the way you want to do it.
I feel like that's not something I always do at home, but
that way you get more flavorful pasta that way, because the pasta is actually absorbing the flavors from what you put in there. So I hit that with a little bit of chef salt as well, which is just salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic. Now what I have here that I'm going to add in is a little bit of cream reduction. So this is heavy cream that's been cooked down and just kind of reduced by half, so it gets a little bit thicker. This has a little bit of garlic in there, some basil, some other Italian seasonings. So I'm going to add that in there, and that's going to become sort of the base for our sauce. So that's going to go ahead and mix with the juices that have released from the sun-dried tomatoes, with the juices that have released from the sausage, and with the juices that we had in the mushrooms there.
Making my mouth water.
I haven't even used this spatula yet.
This for dinner tonight.
Yeah,
if they
this
visit
is
Thunder Bay.
We're rolling out a new new menu out at Thunder Bay, and it's starting today. We're rolling it out, and this is on the dinner menu out there. So you can come on out for dinner tonight, and this is going to be on the regular dinner menu. So then we just kind of let this cook down a little bit, so that you don't want it to be super saucy, because it's not an Alfredo, because we don't have any cheese in here. So even though there's cream in there, it's not an Alfredo style dish. And then I'm going to go ahead and plate this up in our bowl over here and show you what it looks like when it's finished. Yum. So we're going to slide that all right into our bowl, and then we are going to finish that up with a little bit of Manchego cheese, which is a Spanish hard cheese, kind of similar to like a Parmesan, something like that, but it's got a little bit more depth of flavor to it. And then we're going to put a little bit of green onion on the top of there as well, scatter that around, finish that up with a little piece of crusty bread on the side, so you can sop up any of that delicious sauce that's left over.
That looks amazing.
And we are good to go. That's why I brought 2 forks, because I didn't want to try it.
Dig in, Tiff, because I'm going to give the phone number so you can make reservations for dinner tonight or this weekend or whenever, because you got to taste this pasta. And be sure to ask for the penne with chicken sausage ragu, because it is delish. All right, they're located just off of exit 294 in Pewaukee. It's I-94 and Highway 164. Call them right now at 262-523-4244. ThunderBayGrille.com is the website.
I'm going to say it. I think this is one of the best pastas I've ever had.
All right.
I genuinely mean that.
Score. Glad to hear it.
It looks delicious. Thank you so much, Mike.
You're
and thanks
welcome.
for bringing the forks.